PayPal users will be able to withdraw crypto to external wallets. And if you're new to cryptocurrency and digital assets, you might think to yourself, why is such a big deal? Who really cares? I'm buying cryptocurrency so it can go up. It's just a speculative asset. I could care less. And we'll get into that about why this is actually a big deal. So on the positive side, we have something going on with PayPal. So this first piece here, PayPal users able to withdraw crypto to external wallets. You have to remember, this was kind of the start of the bull run about 8 months ago or so when PayPal came out and said, hey, we're going to offer up Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And everybody's super happy about it. And they're like, this is going to be great. And it is great. It really is. It allows people to get exposure to crypto and really get into it. Also to all the merchants that are on that those PayPal fronts to be paid in cryptocurrency. Not sure if they roll that out 100% globally, but here we are. But you can still buy crypto, and that's pretty great and easy. The problem was you weren't really buying Bitcoin. You weren't really buying Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, or Litecoin. You were just buying placeholders, essentially, because you were not able to take crypto off of PayPal and really unbank yourself and get out of the system if you really wanted to. You had no way to take those cryptocurrencies and put them into other platforms to gain yield. You can't really do too much with it. All you could do was buy it, hope it goes up, and sell it to somebody else. And you really couldn't use it pretty much past that. Well, that changes soon, and I'll tell you what's going on. So this is just 7 months after the decision. So this was yesterday. The announcement means PayPal users will be able to send their crypto to other wallets instead of just holding it on PayPal. And then just so you know, if they do this in the same way, because all these companies make announcements and they slowly roll things out because they don't want to screw anything up. I mean, how awful would it be if they put all these things in hot wallets and people start to take it all off and it goes in the wrong place and people get scammed or whatever? They got to make sure that these things actually work first. So they're going to talk about it. They're going to get their team together. The Curve is the company that holds the actual assets or custody. They got to make sure that everything is up with them, and then they'll roll it out. So if it's anything like the decision to enter in cryptocurrency, expect it to roll out in segmented ways in different regions over time. Probably US first, and then off to Europe, and off you go. Okay. And then, so that's good news. So the big thing to me, and I think to a lot of people, is, well, who cares? Well, who cares? Who cares if I can do it anyhow? I'm just here for the speculation. But you have to remember, crypto and digital assets are not just about getting into it and speculating and then off you go, right? Those are for, I mean, if you want to look at other tokens, there's a lot of tokens you can do that with. But in reality, what crypto was actually made for was so that you could get out of this system. You wouldn't have to use dollar bills or be stuck into some type of governmental program. And you could not really, you could, even if you had no bank, you could become some way of a bank and actually get into the financial system independent of where you lived. The whole thing vested on that you could control these private keys. You could control the cryptocurrency, and you could do whatever you want to with it without having a middleman to charge you fees and everything else. So when PayPal does this, this is good news for everybody who wants to get into crypto later on. Now, I don't think it's going to be the end all be all. I think they're going to add more cryptocurrencies as time goes on. Hopefully, some of the projects that I hold, but who knows? So I think this is a good move in the right direction. And the other big thing is, if you're looking at things for like yield and where to put it in, liquidity providing, or just to gain interest, in the link in the description, there's this thing called exchange and wallet fees. And it's all the different exchanges and wallets I've ever used. Voyager, Celsius, SwiftX. Well, I never use SwiftX. I just recommend it for Australians. Gemini Pro, Gemini, Binance, Uniswap, Coinbase, eToro, all those things, right? And there's links there if you want to use those. You don't have to. You can go right to there. But if you do use the links, you get between 10 and 25 bucks when you sign up for all of these different companies and exchanges and brokerages. And my 1-2 punch, me personally, I use Voyager to buy things. And then for the APY, for the interest, usually Celsius beats Voyager every time, even though they're kind of partners. They are partners. So I just transferred over there. So now it sounds like what you'll be able to do with PayPal is you can buy Bitcoin. You can watch it go up. You can transfer it to other places. You can store it in your cold storage nano ledger. And you can also get interest depending on whatever you want to do. And that, I think, is a great addition to crypto. And I'm glad they're actually moving forward to it. So on top of that, the CEO, Dan Schulman, says he thinks there's going to be a tremendous decline in the use of cash. He says all form factors of payment will collapse into the mobile phone. Credit cards as a form factor will go away. And use your phone because a phone can add much more value than just tapping your credit card. So